The sun sets on round 2 of the Ninja A-League tonight as Western Sydney Wanderers take on Melbourne Victory. Hello and welcome to Wanderers Football Park as both teams are desperate to secure their first competition points of the new season. Western Sydney Wanderers kicked off their season at home here despite a lightning delay and in the end going down 2-1 to Perth Glory. And Melbourne Victory, well, they had a 2-1 advantage away in Brisbane before some late Tamika Yellett magic saw the Queensland side take home all 3 points. There's been plenty of action across this week of the Ninja A-League. Let's have a look at the results so far. Well, of course, there has been heaps of drama across the games. We have seen a 5-goal thriller in the West on Friday, Perth Glory. A late goal couldn't save them against the Brisbane Roar. Wellington Phoenix kick-started their season on Saturday, holding out to a 1-1 draw against Canberra United. While Melbourne City versus Central Coast, it was touted as a revenge match following that semi-final at Control Cyber Pitch last season. And safe to say, City found their attack prowess through Shelby McMahon and Holly McNamara. And across in South Australia, there was a stalemate between Adelaide United and Sydney FC. Let's have a look at how the Western Sydney Wanderers will be lining up this afternoon. Sham Khamis starts off in goals after returning from suspension, picked up in the penultimate round of last season. Olivia Price gets her first start of the season as Talia Yunus drops to the bench. New signing South Korean attacker Kim Soon, known as Sony, is in line for a potential debut after being announced midweek. Well, a couple of changes for Melbourne Victory. Grace Maher was a late withdrawal last week, but will feature in navy blue for the first time since February 2020. And Claudia Bunge reclaims her centre-back partnership with Kayla Morrison after coming on as a substitute for the first time in her Melbourne Victory career. A plethora of young Victorian talent on the bench for Melbourne Victory, including potential debutant Poppy O'Keefe. Kayla Morrison has been a mighty strong captain for this side over the past couple of seasons. Of course, has taken home the victory medal the past 2 years. The first time a consecutive player has done that in their women's side. Has been a mighty leader. Was, of course, scoring 4 times last season. She's been a resolute in defence as she has been in attack for her side.
Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time. Please welcome to the field Melbourne Victory and your Western Sydney Wanderers!
Well, Wanderers captain Amy Harrison has fulfilled almost any role asked of her in the recent years. Featured in every match last year as a centre-back, but now with new defensive support behind her. Last week she took her place up front. She scored the last time that the Wanderers won against Melbourne Victory. Could she be in line to do so again this afternoon? Of course, Melbourne Victory having the upper hand in this fixture. This is the 22nd meeting between the two sides, and Rihanna Policina, well, she has been touted as one of the biggest signings in the off-season, coming across from Victory's rivals in Melbourne City. She delivered in round 1, scoring on her debut. Could she be in line for a revenge season that could lead her side to trophies and maybe herself as individual accolades? Well, Jeff Hopkins becomes the first coach in the Ninja A-League to hit the double century. Involved since the inaugural season where he won the double with Brisbane Roar, he becomes just the 5th coach in the A-Leagues to reach 200 games. The referee for today's game is Abby Hendry from Scotland. She'll be assisted by her compatriot Vicky Robertson, as well as Australian Maggie Price, and 4th official is Molly Godsell. Well, Jeff Abrams was full of praise for his young stars last week, calling out as well 6 debuts for the club. He called out Nikita Fazzari, who sat a HSC exam early on the same day that she went on to feature for the Wanderers. Well, the Wanderers didn't quite have the season they would have been hoping for last, finishing at the bottom of the table, unable to keep a clean sheet, but a lot of new defensive prowess. And of course, Alyssa Inside, a real bright spark in that loss last week. Created plenty of opportunities. A lot of conversation how they'll be able to finish. We'll be very happy to welcome back their player of the season last year in Sham Karmas. Of course, Rihanna Policina, one of the few Melbourne Victory players who won an NPLW championship in Victoria with Box Hill. Sophia Sakalis, another one of those players. That combination with Policina and Sakalis at Box Hill was worth its weight in gold. Looks to be translating on the Ninja A-League level as well. Kenna White scored on debut last week. Grace Ma on her return to Navy Blue, wearing the 81 this season. And we're underway here at Wanderers Football Park. Victory immediately playing it from the back. It's quite nice conditions here in Western Sydney. Loose ball there, knocked up by Price. Harada looking for support through Chisari. Muscled off the ball by Lowe. Bunge looking to launch it long. Beautiful run from Kenna White. And Sham Karmas called upon to provide that settler. Picked off by Grace Barr. White and Ma. Strong work from Buchanan, who was the goal scorer for the Wanderers last week. Around the room there, Holly Furphy, rather. So an interesting start from both teams. Courtney Newborn being deployed as part of the build-up play for Victory. Sham Karmas being called upon. Not too dangerous opportunity for the Victory, but a clear sign in the 10th. They had the most shots of any team last week. Meekin looking for the long throw. Headed out by Hooks. McMeekin. I can hear Jeff Hopkins so clear with his instructions. Smart from Janchevsky to open up the body and find Rachel Lowe. So Carlos down on the wing, but the offside flag goes up. Well, Jeff Hopkins, and speaking about what his highlights have been across his A-League career, he spoke heavily about the 2022 Grand Final when Leah Privatelli called upon the injured Kayla Morrison onto the stage once they won, and I think that's such a wonderful moment to be pointing out after such a storied career as an A-League coach. Matos looking long over the head of Insad. Morrison more than happy to show her physical presence to the young attacker. Just checking over the shoulder, just making sure there was no opportunity.
Yes, you can have it. Come on. You've got to be a little bit better, just a little bit better. Good start, though, good start.
Chisari looking to play back. Hooks made her return to the A-League. Had 4 appearances with Perth Glory. Headed down by McMeekin.
That's the one, Lance.
It's been a scramble in these opening minutes of this game between these two sides. Both trying to desperately break through the midfield of the other. Now Victory. Looking to transition with purpose. Again, picked off readily by the Wanderers' defence. Both these teams had games interrupted by lightning delays last week. We're looking forward to the clearer weather here. Morrison back to Newborn again. Victory really trying to stretch the Wanderers wide. They're building out that transitional play. Picked off by Policino. Laurie had a quick look over her shoulder for Harada.
Open up! Open up!
And Victory trying to really play that composed style of football. Many times in their game last week, Brisbane were more than content to sit back, let them play, and then try and hit them on the counter. Served them success. They went home the victors. As Wanderers potentially tried to take some of that advice, some of that knowledge from last week's game. Curling off the left foot. Here goes Kenna White. It goes well wide, awkward off the boot. The first positive real sign from Victory in recent minutes. Skims off the head of Martin Saad now with a run. Morrison again just had that quickness of foot to take that movement in front of her opposition player. Harada through the legs of Sakalis. Jasari and Price combine. And three Victory players surround Olivia Price. Ends up on the ground. It's a free kick in a pretty good position here for the Wanderers. Just completely swarmed by Low, Janchevsky, and Ma. Looks like Janchevsky the one, well, hard to argue which particular player there, both colliding with the feet. Olivia Price. Amy Harrison will be in charge of free kick duties. I think will be a cross in from this distance. The play is very much setting up. A little bit of wind flying here at Wanderers Park. Harrison. Beautiful curling effort in, off the hands. The header goes loose. On the end, a goal kick. Could have been Casper's there. With the opportunity for the Wanderers. Dipping a little bit earlier than potentially Courtney Newborn expected. It's indeed Holly Caspers who really claims the best attack towards the ball. Wanderers looking sharp.
Get a flag up too early then. Get in front, get in front, get in front. Lance, get her in. Make her throw it in the air. Yeah, and close, and close. Let's go, step. Step again, come on.
Harada calling upon hooks.
Easy now, shape. Come on, move, Cesare.
Cern.
Cesare, take up the high spot.
Harrison floating back into defence to provide that additional roll and building up that play. Long ball in, and the bounce doesn't phase Courtney Newborn at all.
Still got to communicate. Try and talk a little bit more.
And bounces awkwardly in the end and called upon Captain Morrison with the clearance. Low. Chest it down backwards to Bunge. Now Bunge looking to release that ball into the path of Furphy. Buchanan does well. And Harrison comes off the worst in that little collision, but play continues. And Victory just really displaying that little bit of physical grit in their game. The Wanderers been doing really well winning back ball and keeping it predominantly in their attacking half. But when the muscle has been flexed so far, it's mainly been the Victory. Low. It's just that little collision there. Furphy just standing that little bit taller afterwards. Well, Victory dominating that possession throughout the game. Well, in this opening 11 or so minutes.
Amy, do it quick.
Lovely work from Amy Harrison. And Chelsea heads it through the centre. Harrison was looking to thread it through. Again, just pinging back and forth the possession. It's good to see plenty of fans here in the stands in this afternoon's game. Wanderers been doing some great work in the past 2 weeks. Caspers taking on McMeekin. Brought down wild by Price. The intended target was inside, but now Cesare bounces off the foot of referee Abby Hendry. Causes a little halt in play.
Get bodies around it. Bodies around it.
Cesare. A drop ball situation. Harrison in a similar spot where she was before. Cesare wants to play it through. The opportunity's there. And Matos looks to be the player that sends it over the line. Just her second goal in the Ninja A-League. And Western Sydney Wanderers hit the front.
Let's go, come on, get the ball.
Well, it was a combination of the two defenders. And a special moment for Danica Matos. 93rd appearance, second goal. It's a work of Buchanan, lovely ball in. Matos there, always arriving at the back post. Defenders just caught out of time, out of place. Danica Matos Well, you have to think, last time that these two sides faced each other, it was a 1-0 victory to Melbourne, but due to an own goal of Danica Matos, so that one has to feel extra special. Just her second goal in the Ninja A-League.
Clear. Good. Hey, switch on in, switch on!
Another look there. Chisari's been so crucial to the build-up play of the Wanderers in the past 2 seasons. And then again, the combination down the other end. Victory looking to put themselves back in front. Shem Karmas, again, just trying to have that time on her side. Policina now. Chisari doing well. Through the back comes back Buchanan. Just to spot that slight looseness of ball, just clear it into the stands to at least give them a bit of a respite.
Yeah, no more than that. Nope.
Mark. Bunge. Well, these two sides, looking at the ladder coming to this match, were sitting next to each other. And of course, Melbourne Victory was very highly regarded by a lot of pundits coming into this season, especially given some of their off-season signings. The Wanderers, the Wooden Spooners for last year, have only won twice. Between these two sides could be early days here. But you have to think these are positive signs for a team that's looking to really rebuild using a lot of youth from their academy and pathway products.
Can we get tighter? Tighter!
Buchanan tries to push it long. Caspers and Fairview combining. Buchanan forced to step up again. Bit of an awkward position to bring that ball back. And again, we're seeing so much of that difficulty in stringing together a couple of consecutive passes by either team. Smart there from Kennedy White. Just to put her body and block the ensuing launch shot. Harrison tries with the thread through, a little bit slow for inside. She has to stop in her tracks. Olivia Price there to back her up. And Policina coming from deep to, again, steamroll through and pick up that ball.
Be decisive there, 6 again.
Looking at some of the stats coming through, Melbourne Victory have failed to win any of their last 9 matches when conceding first since a victory over Canberra United back in the 20th of January 2024. Still very early in this game, but the stats do not favour them when it comes to conceding early. Meakin. I'll have a look to the final third entries. Western Sydney Wanderers 2 in front to Victory at the moment. Courtney Newborn being called into action.
Take her high. Play quicker. Stay away for one. Stay away for one.
Playing through the centre again. Maybe Andrew, the referee, has to be really careful. The ball's being played from both teams. Furphy looking for the cross in, plays it low. And she guides it out. Rachel Lowe was the top goal scorer for the Victory 2 seasons ago. And again, just that look of Policina. Policina claims that ball, the interception. Intended target, and just the work of the defenders just moving around the body quickly. Furphy looking in for another cross. Puts it onto her left, goes for the strike, and it's looking well wide. But the intent was there from Holly Furphy. She wanted to put it on her left boot, and powerful shot. Several meters wide of the target, but again, Victory now on the back foot, really needing to try and settle here.
In the recovery run, let's go, Minnie! Come on, Soph, I need ya! Minnie!
Buchanan pumping down the line. Harada squares it. Bit soft for Harrison. Price. So Carls has been called back in support many times, playing in that. It was a wing back role.
Step on! Can't just sit off him! Oh. Simple passes, come on!
And closer! Lance!
Both coaches being very direct with their instructions. Jeff Abrams, technical director as well of the academy, and Kennedy White just bringing down Chisari. Not looked upon too kindly there by the Wanderers fans. Long ball launched in, headed away. Sakalis. Caught under the feet of Lowe, picked off by Harada. Now Harrison again wanting to really push those long balls, and if she's got those young guns in front of her, like inside, why not try for those moments?
Yeah, I like it.
Hanchevsky
Good save.
calls upon Alana Stern. Wow. Lovely delivery from Yanchevsky, but the offside flag was up against Kennedy White.
Watch the game! Organise, just hold up, just hold right up.
So a conversation looking to be taking place between referee Abby Hendry and Alana Yanchevsky, potentially about some of the throw-ins and positioning there.
And move! Yes, Grace. Out we come, out we come, out we come. And moving!
What is that? Win that. Good.
Floating ball, takes some time. Young Sard. Beautiful dish off to Caspers on the right-hand side. Off the crossbar and had to be cleared away by Bunge. Another solid opportunity there for the Wanderers.
Quickly across! Get organised quicker! We're too slow!
Fantastic delivery in and off the fingertips on to the bar by Newborn. Well, Caspers down low, another opportunity, and it's just flashing wide for Harrison. Could be a big moment for the captain.
Bungie, good.
Last time she scored was back on Valentine's Day earlier this year. Wanderers won that game. It's one of their 3 wins they had in the month of February. Well, most of their wins for last season happened in that month. All the wins that Jeff Abrams has had while in charge of this side. Cern rising up in the air. Harada almost pickpocketed by Policina. Sakalis just a little bit short for the run of Furphy. Inside, off balance, but still almost looking she could direct it to Buchanan. Bunge. Victory really trying to stretch out the Wanderers. Furphy in. Sakalis looked like she was robbing a back post, but Matos headed it away. Morrison on the charge.
Relax, Harry, relax.
Go again, Zoe. Yes, wider. Bunch it. Give it to her. Stay wide.
6. Get that horse.
The run of low spotted by Policina. Off the chest of Hooks, and she'll try and ensure that goes out for a corner. The conversation happening again with both players from Abby Hendry. Low, shoulder to shoulder.
I'm not asking for a foul either. Oh, that's a bad call.
So it'll be the free kick on the field. Lana Janchevsky. No, she's very dangerous with that in-swinger. Has had many opportunities to take corners for victory. Wouldn't be too dissimilar of a position here. Just a couple more meters in. Players looking to make that run. Janchevsky. The slightly lower ball. Oh, the Wanderers defenders down the back of play. It looks like we'll hold play here for a head knock. And it is Captain Amy Harrison who is on the ground for the Wanderers. Conversation there, just which seems to be back on her feet. Just grabbing a little bit out the mouth. So captain versus captain, Morrison versus Harrison. Seems to be the contest there. Well, both these teams are using this opportunity as a brief drinks break almost. Reset. Take in some advice. Take in some deep breaths. Settle again. Grossmar to be the player that gets us back underway. Buchanan more than happy to just make sure that one sails out safely. Low. Back to Janchevsky. Is that brilliant left foot.
Hey, Poppy, we can find Ella there. We can find Ella if you want.
Well, possession still really favouring Melbourne Victory. Not too dissimilar from when we last saw it about 20 odd minutes ago.
Hit the ball.
McMeekin made the move from the Phoenix, and Buchanan. The free kick comes. Foul conceded again from Holly Furphy. She have a couple to her name now. She's conceded at least 2 fouls already so far. Half of what Victory have in total. Newborn looking to purposely stride up. Not afraid to be called upon in these situations. Harrison. Caspers. Hooks stuck under the feet of Ma. Hooks gets it back. Harrison tries to drive it back into the congestive middle of the field. And again, Abby Hendry having to do well to get out of the path of the ball. Kennedy White on full stretch.
Forward, over Poppy, Poppy! You're looking at her, just play it forward. We're going behind, we score a goal there.
Sakalis looking for players in front. No one answering the call just yet. Kennedy White. Matos just had that one stride in front and decides to curl it in.
Come on, Anna!
Policina. Sakalis scooping ball. Brings it down.
Poppy, get in the middle!
Janchevsky now, a bit higher release into the box. Victory haven't quite been able to get a shot away
On your feet.
in this passage of play, and skips past Policina. Well, it's starting to get a bit more feisty here. No wonder it's Football Park. Janchevsky plays it quickly.
Yes, look for Grace, look for Grace, look for Grace. Good, keep looking for it in there, and you'll keep them central.
Bryce, you need to help out with Policina.
Ball bouncing off. Not quite in any direction of any Victory player. Calm to collect. Buchanan plays it down the line to inside. St. Williams switch sides. Another delightful ball in from Buchanan. It's a big stretch from Newborn to claim it. Plenty of Victory support here.
Try and cover the six. Good girl.
Wanderers Football Park too.
Yeah, great defending. Go on, Steve, you can go. Poppy, Poppy. Pricey, get in there, Thank you.
Get up, get up.
Ma looks left and right, finds the feet of Lowe. Furphy. She darts towards the line, look to make that cross. She does so, and headed away by Matos. There's a certain danger of Sakalis lurking behind. Smart defending from the goal scorer in this match.
Too close, Santa, drop off.
Well, Polisena trying to make the most of Chisari being stuck on the ground. Beautiful ball threaded through. And wonderful tackle from Poppy Hooks. Well, she was named in the NPL Team of the Season for her efforts with the Illawarra Stingrays. And you can see why. That last-ditch defensive effort was behind Furphy, just came through at the right moment. Well known how strong Furphy has been in her goal-scoring prowess, and she's come into this league late last season, but strong defence from Poppy Hooks.
Balls placed, have no view.
And plenty of final third entries for both teams so far in this match. Still 10 minutes of regular time to go before the half. The tall heads of Melbourne Victory standing strong. So the conversation happening between Olivia Price, Abby Hendry, and Holly Furphy about how they're looking to contest this corner.
No.
Polisena couldn't quite get that one away. I wonder a spring back.
Next corner that side, just glance it later, okay?
McMeekin. Chisari smart to pounce on that ball. Harrison had the turn on her side. Awkward off the shins, but enough to direct towards inside. Saves it back. Lets it play at her feet. And headed away by Mar. But again, wonders they retake possession quickly. Harrison was hoping to be able to combine well with Price, but not to be the case in this moment.
You don't need to do that.
Through the middle goes Morrison to low. Now the 1-2 between Ma and Yevchevsky goes for the longer ball through to Sakalis. Polisena. Ricochets off the back of Price from Matos, and again, there's tough situations. Polisena often the player standing up, trying to demand the ball back as quickly as possible. Floaty, lofty ball in from Yanchevsky, hoping that the wind would have something to aid to it. But nothing too much to bother Karmas.
Come on, Shen.
Chisari shrugging off her defender.
Go at her, go at her.
And Saad. Confidence in her boots. Again, looking to take on Kayla Morrison. So just 3 shots to 2, but it is, of course, Western Sydney Wanderers leading late in this first half. See some of the Melbourne Victory substitutes there. Plenty of players who've come through the pathway or been involved in the Victory system for a bit of time now. Caspers couldn't quite get the angle as you could see that she was intending.
Someone's got to come short.
Jeff imploring for his players to come forward towards the ball.
Firth, get higher. Firth, get away. Get away. You two are too close.
Now the long ball, Kennedy White. She's got the burners on. Kennedy White takes a touch, sends it home, and Kennedy White, 2 goals in 2 games in the Ninja A-League and brings Melbourne Victory back level. It was simple as it could be for the American. Now, considering the amount of build-up play we've had to so many opportunities for the Victory so far, it was the simplest of chances this time round. Newborn absolutely launching that ball. Surely the play to go down with the assist. And Kennedy White, well, certainly has made a name for herself in the opening 2 games of this Ninja A-League season. Well, she had a particularly strong season in the Hungarian First Division, having scored 32 goals and 17 assists, and also tasting some cup success there in recent years. So a proven goal scorer, now 2 from 2.
Hey, stay with it here.
Could the tides have turned here for Melbourne Victory? We saw an early goal for the Wanderers.
Goals, number 16, Kennedy White. Wanderers 1, Victory 1.
Now Victory. We know they're one of the most prolific teams when it comes to scoring off corners. Usually scored off 10 last season. They had 11 last week. This time, Yanchevsky plays it short, plays it low. Bounces off the leg of McMeekin. Both of Melbourne Victory's goals last week came in the final 15 minutes of the first half. Their goal today so far already comes from that time period. Seems to be their chosen period of scoring. Of course, very, very early days here in season 2025-2026.
Get out! Grace! Look forward and get out the other side! Hey, you've got more space than you think in there. No, you're playing through the role, Willie's playing through the role. Give her a message on the pass.
Win, lad. Good. Great job.
You need to go back now.
So calls for the Wanderers to stay switched on. Not too long to go in this opening half. They led for most of it. Victory find themselves back in for a goal in the 41st minute. Don't quite think that was fully a shot from Kennedy White, looking more so to play in. Someone in front of her, but couldn't quite get the touch quite right.
Get out of it, get out of it, get out of it. Oh, too far.
Lowe just gets just enough toe to flick it on to McMeekin.
Come on, dig in here, come on.
Victory now looking to build up well. Policina. Chisari getting in front again. The build-up looks strong. It's just how they can deliver in that final third. Only 1 minute of time added on in this first half. Will there be an opportunity for either team? Victory. Look like the side more likely, but can the Wanderers strike in transition?
Oh, pitch it.
Another ball for Kennedy White, does well just to delay her run. Kennedy White strikes again! The American makes it 2. And Victory take the lead for the first time in this match. Well, their prowess scoring in the back parts of the first half come true once more. And Kennedy White has her brace. And again, it's just that ball through. The assist from Rachel Lowe just had that presence of mind to just put herself in front, stagger her run, and it's a tidy finish into the bottom corner of the net. So 2 goals for Kennedy White in the past 6 minutes. And Melbourne Victory, well, they had the lion's share of possession for most of this first half, now have the lead. I think that'd have to be the last parts of play, not too long to go, really at the discretion of referee Abby Hendry. And we're called to a close here. Well, plenty of goals in that first half. Danica Matos opening up the scoring in the 13th minute. Her second goal in the Ninja A-League. You have to think particularly sweet after conceding an own goal the last time these two sides faced off. And Kennedy White with the brace, 2 goals in the last 6 minutes of play for her. And the American now sitting with 3 goals in her short Ninja A-League career so far. So at halftime, it is the Western Sydney Wanderers 1, Melbourne Victory 2. Let's have a look at the highlights from this first half here at Wanderers Football Park. Of course, it's at work here. You can see the build-up play. Chisari spotting that beautiful run from Buchanan for Matos just to send it over the line and into the back of the net. Some great work from many of the stalwarts in recent seasons for the Wanderers. And it has to be that sweet successive goal for Danica Matos, who's really truly been a servant in the defence and for the Wanderers. And of course, Courtney Newborn with the assist. Not many opportunities as a goalkeeper to claim that, but just a beautiful staggered run from Kennedy White. Loves that bottom left-hand corner. Just able to bring it down. This time, beating Alana Stern on the run. Has it on her right, cuts it in, takes it on her left, sends it home. And of course, the second goal, another Rachel Lowe this time, a very similar position from the first. Just puts her body in front of Woods this time. hooks rather this time, and sent it again, exactly same spot, similar run. But hey, if it's working for Melbourne Victory, why not try again? So having a quick look at the stats at halftime. Well, Melbourne Victory pretty even throughout the entire first half. They had that little bit of the buffer in possession. Not too many shots from either teams. The shots on target really being the goals for both of these teams, and really not too many fouls or anything else separating. We've seen a real arm wrestle in the midfield for most of this match, something that doesn't really come up in the statistics. We'll be back right after this short break.
He's active.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. I reckon it'll happen this season because I celebrated too hard at the end of last season.
Ah, well, yeah.
I literally made a video like of
Oh,
all
really?
the games I did.
Look at the power that I have over this competition.
No, I just did like a really bad TikTok, like a reel with Bangarang by
Ah,
Skrillex, and just
yeah,
all the
nice.
games like a really bad transition on each.
It's the beginning of a brand new journey. Storylines about to be etched, new rivalries about to be written, and plenty of drama. It's why we all love the dub. Delivery decent off the left boot, and Edwards. Problems here. The first of the new season.
And so the build-up's always hotly anticipated, but it is simply the foot of the mountain today, which they must climb. And it is driven to the near post and sliding in for the opening goal. Nice leave, and the 1-2 with Keane. A really nicely worked 1-2 with Holly McNamara.
Here's an interception, cutting inside, a shot! What a way to introduce yourself to the competition! Policina thought about shooting, may shoot now, Policina!
Sunday afternoon in Gosford from Polytech Stadium as the Central Coast Mariners, defending champions, mount their title defence. Gomez receives a gift back, and this time she's right on target. What a way to start their campaign for 2025-2026.
Clear side on goal.
and there could be the winner.
What a way to start this season.
Well, it's halftime here at Wanderers Football Park. The scoreline reads 2-1 in favour of Melbourne Victory, despite Western Sydney Wanderers getting the early goal. Of course, this is round 2 of the Ninja A-League, and we had some bright stars across round 1, Willa Pearson being one of those. Let's hear about her footballing journey.
Willa Pearson will break the record today as the youngest ever A-League women's player.
I'm 14 years old and I play centre-back defensive areas.
Coming up to play against women, to play against Holly McNamara, to play against some of the strongest opposition. And she's got a big, big task on her hands this afternoon. Looks comfortable so far.
It's Holly McNamara blocked away. And would you believe it, listen to the crowd, it's the 14-year-old Pearson who slid in to make the block.
I was 5 years old and neither of my parents are soccer people, so it was a bit of a coincidence actually. Just always played in boys teams, always loved playing in boys teams with boys with the high skill, high speed of the game, and I feel like it's definitely made me a better player. When I come back into the Sydney environment and there's big girls putting on big hits, it's really good to have experienced that with the boys. Oh, it's hard, it's definitely hard. I went home on Monday afternoon, I was like, I feel muscles that I never knew I had.
Here's a neat little turn. Evades Holly McNamara. She's loving life out there in the Ninja A-League.
I first made the Young Matildas when I was 14. Amazing opportunity to be able to go overseas and play, and hopefully a few more experiences to come. Soccer and cricket, I can't choose at the moment, and hopefully won't have to. Lisa Perry is an amazing role model to have playing for both Australian soccer and cricket, to be able to look up to her and be able to try and achieve similar things that she has, which is amazing for me to have someone like her to look up to. So excited. It's definitely been like a dream of mine. Going to take the bull by the horns and do my very, very best at training, games, if I get the opportunity.
Well, it's great to hear about the new young stars of the Ninja A-League. Of course, plenty of potential future stars on the pitch right now here at Wanderers Football Park. And we've been treated to a game so far. Of course, it is the final game of round 2. Well, let's have a look at what we've seen in that first half. Of course, all underway, the work here by Caspers, Chisari, Buchanan, and then finished off by Danica Matos. You can see exactly how much that one meant to her, jumping into the arms of Ella Buchanan. And the lovely long ball pumped by Newbon, and it seems like Melbourne Victory have found a way, really trying to play and force that one-on-one between Kennedy White and any of the central defenders. She's come out the victor both times. Both central defenders couldn't quite cut off that run from her, and she's driven it home to that bottom left corner. Of course, that was just what we've seen in the first half so far. All the second half action coming up right after this break.
Pizza ovens that give you crispy crust, high heat roasting, and barbecue smoking. No matter how you're spending your time outdoors, bring the indoors, outdoors with Ninja.
Well, first 45 of this game saw 3 goals. 2 of them coming from Melbourne Victory beyond the 41st minute. So both goalkeepers, the first 2 players back out on the field, both doing some individual warm-ups. Shem Khamis with their goalkeeper coach, Courtney Newborn, just practicing with the ball. So it seems to be a real concern and effort from both to try and tidy up in the second half. Melbourne Victory, the first team out. Been particularly strong, of course. Let's see, Sienna Tikchara, who made a debut last week, and Rosie Curtis, who was a late inclusion into the starting 11 after Grace Maher had to withdraw. Talking to Jeff Hopkins earlier this week about Grace Maher's injury that saw her be removed from the starting lineup was just a precautionary move. He said that she could have started and could have played, but didn't want to risk further injury and wanted to make sure she was back. And excited to see her back in the Navy Blue. Of course, had a stint there from 2018 to 2020 before heading across to Canberra. And of course, Western United was a handy pickup in the off-season. Of course, 200th game here for Jeff Hopkins. The first coach in the Ninja A-League to do so. Of course, has tasted great success over this league many years as well. Was involved in the inaugural season. Took Victory to the grand final last season and weren't far beyond getting that Premier's plate either. Danica Matos, the goal scorer for the Wanderers. Doesn't look to be any changes for either side. An opportunity for a hat-trick for Kennedy White would be some start to her Ninja A-League career. Had a goal last week, has 2 already today from that first half. Final checks being done. Scottish referee Abby Hendry in charge. We get back underway in the second half. Holly Caspers, the player, to get the ball moving. What deep into the attacking half. Georgia Vage here on commentary with you this evening. Again, another deep throw required. Wanderers looking to kind of congest and smother. Make it really hard for the Victory to bring this one out. Majewski goes for the longer throw, headed back in by Matos. Morrison looks to guide it out for that goal kick. Listen, Zard really caused some headaches last week for the Glory. Hasn't had too many opportunities as of yet, but of course still a super young player, still completing high school as well. Just 17 years of age. Scooping ball from Janchevsky. Just looking to pummel down the line, but again, not much there in support. Low to thread it back to a keeper. Ma. Going down the line. It's time Sakalis, the target. Sakalis wants to take on the defenders. Majewski and Ma through the middle. Now McMeekin. All the Wanderers players really sitting within the shape the Victory are dictating. McMeekin now looking to drive it in and through, and Kennedy White has her hat-trick. Well, she just loves scoring in the Ninja A-League, and she makes it 3. Some showing for the signing for Melbourne Victory. Well, Lots of talk about how Emily Gilnick could possibly be replaced in this Melbourne Victory side. But 4 goals in 2 games, including a hat-trick. What a tidy finish in the end. Just stuck the footer at the right time just to direct it in. Loves to bring the ball into that left corner. And Kennedy White, well, that is some finish from her. And Melbourne Victory up 3-1.
Next 5, come on, let's go, let's go!
Well, sticky situation here for the Wanderers to try and get out of. And spoke about it before. Victory haven't had a come from behind victory since January 2024. This could be one for the ages for them. That one sails right over the fence.
Hey, do not let this one out.
Race, you're free. Yep. He's coming to you.
Well, these two sides faced off back in January. Well, it was a goal-scoring affair. 4-4 was the final score. Victory actually going up 4-2 around the 86-minute mark. There was some late magic from Sylvester and Sophie Harding, all getting on the score sheet that day. They finished out with a draw deep in stoppage time. At the moment, it looks like Victory really in control. Spent almost 30 minutes in that first half being a goal behind. Now,
Let's pick it up now, come on.
thanks to some magic from Kennedy White, safely in the hot seat.
It's taken ages to say these. Can you get it? Come on, Harry. Higher, higher, higher. Yeah, good, good, good.
And that touch that time a bit too heavier from Bunge. Harrison has a solid look, decides to put the ball down. Dish it off to Buchanan. The longer throw, the option here. Price sets up Harada. And my goodness, that could have been something special from Enna Harada. Just above the crossbar in the end. It was always rising, delightful off the boot, just a little bit askew off target.
Go on, Alyssa.
The Wanderers proving they have the fight to bring themselves back in this match. We've seen them a couple times in the back end of last season come from positions where they were down by several goals. Of course, be remiss not to talk about that penultimate game of the season against Brisbane Roar, where they really dashed their finals hopes in what was another 4-4 draw. Chisari calling for support. McMeekin just dancing through the players to claim the ball for herself. And Chesky spotting White out wide. Wants to take on Matos. Price looking to dig in. Now Janczewski's trying to scoop that ball. Headed down and away by Hooks. Hasn't been that many shots within the game itself. I saw Victory again with the most shots of any team and most shots on target of any team last week. Only 2 goals to their name. This time they've had a bit more result with their shots, converting to goals. Kennedy White been brilliant in this match so far. What can she do here? That first touch a little heavy. She plays it back to Policina, and Rachel Lowe skies it over. There was some delivery from Rihanna Policina looking to add to her assist tally. Was second in the league for assists last year when you consider that, Sophia Sakalis was the player with that delightful delivery in.
good, good, good. Time.
Carlos! Excellent, Minnie, well done, you two. Top, and again.
Well, you hear the words of encouragement towards the Carlos and Policina. Of course, known as Minnie.
Come on, ref.
Furphy does well to keep her center of gravity upright. Pushed into the middle towards Harrison, trying to play the threaded ball through. And Saad just runs out of time, runs out of space. Curious to see which of the two coaches will be looking to call upon their benches first. Of course, plenty of young talent there on both sides, and some international talent too. Janae DeFazio, a Philippines international, wasn't available last round, now on the bench, but could be in line for a debut, as is Sony, the South Korean attacker.
Okay, get set. Keep the energy up, girls.
So the Wanderer is now here with the corner. The wind really starting to pick up here at Wanderers Football Park. Ball delivered low. It's a bit of a fumble in, a couple of headers to clear it away. Wind starting to do some damage to almost flick it back towards goal. Harrison more than happy to meet that ball and push it. Kennedy White, who we think causing some pressure and hoping to infiltrate the nightmares of Karmas this evening. Great work from Lowe. Has a look, takes a moment aside. She doesn't want to be the one to challenge and go for that shot. Happy just to keep safe possession of the ball.
Yes! Get up!
Get in front on the toes, on her toes. Zoe, she's coming in front of you. Get in front of her. Zoe, get in front of her.
Ball skips under the foot of Harrison. And Caspers. Well, we know he had plenty of battles with knee injuries in recent years. The foul conceded this time by Harrison, so
Wait.
Policina potentially lucky to get away with that one there. Victory now very much with the upper hand, that 2-goal buffer.
Get her in front. Get her in front.
The possession stat just creeping up ever so steadily. And Harrison hits the deck again. Delivery in for Beacon. Buchanan tries to claim that one for herself.
Let's be smart now. Talk to Lance.
Furphy brings it down. Smart from Lowe. Furphy.
Set up early! What's the game?
No real opportunity for anyone.
Here it comes, Furph. Yes, Zoe. Yes, you got it. Well done. Simple. Face forward.
Ma. Well, had a look towards goal. We know that she can strike from this distance. Smart from Yanchevsky to Kenna White. See another corner the way of the Victory. Sitting on 3 corners won so far. No goals attributed to corners so far this season. All from open play. Really see that wind picking up here. Policina take that in-swinging corner. Right foot connects against the wind. Bunge there. Spills on the ground for Furphy, but Shamkarmas able to get low quickly. Well, she looks like she wants to boot along, goes for the rolled out pass instead. Tangle of bodies. Chisari, the quickest to get back up. Caspers delivers it in. Making the first to meet it. Now Laura, she looks up. She knows she has Furphy on her right. 3 Wanderers defenders in the middle. Plays it. That wide flag plays it back. Harada keeping chase. Is she going to try and look to win the corner? No, rather instead goes back to McMeekin. Puts it on her left to Ma. First touch pushes the ball in front of her. See, back to that patience from Victory. Looking to go all the way back to Newborn.
Up you go, Bunty, get over, get over. Come on, quickly over. Grace needs you there to connect, Grace.
Sakalis. Yanchevsky. Puts it over the heads of a couple of defenders. So it delivers it right back to the Wanderers. Harrison off balance, but maybe that was just enough. Buchanan goes for the shot. It was just the flick off the boot, but far enough away from goal. There's a safe 2-handed collection from Newborn. This great run from Buchanan all the way from fullback. Both her and Matos have been really heavily involved with so much of the play for the Wanderers. Playing as those wing backs, delivered in, against bounced off inside.
Great ball, great ball.
Well past the hour mark now.
Time. From behind, pressure.
All right, always seemingly finding herself with so much space around her. That's a beautiful delivery in from Policina. Curving ball along the ground again. Maybe just didn't have as much pace to it as I expected off the boot. Well, Mercury's technically under 20 degrees at the moment. Still warm conditions here. Sun glaring down brightly. Sakalis driven in, headed back away. Victory's so happy to try and use those wide flanks, cross the ball in, use the height that they have in their attack line this season.
Keep it coming, come on, move. Wider. Oh, bit of movement there.
Angle cut off by Buchanan. She wants to try and make a run for it too. Instead it's Furphy. Now Harrison tracking back to keep one eye on low. And Furphy just has her foot taken from underneath her. Conversation with Chisari. So it'll be a double substitution here. Natalia Yunus coming on, Anna Harada coming off, and it'll be a debut for Kim Soo-eun, known as Sony, coming on for Holly Caspers. So 2 changes here for the Wanderers.
Don't look at us, call someone.
Nikita Fazari on as well, so Olivia Price off, so a triple change for the Wanderers. Of course, a debut for Sony, coming on arguably quite a difficult position now. Policina strikes, tries to bring it in, headed down, low on the left foot, bounces, but collected by Shamus. So Carlos almost just trying to block that eye line. Carmen so happy to wait a little bit, support the run. Sorry, almost looking for that chance on her first opportunity.
Huh? Nikita's a 10. Talia's a 6.
You can hear exactly there, straight from the coach's mouth, what the intended substitutions and where they will be playing. So Nikita Fazari playing in that 10 role, Eunice in that 6. Always been prime utility, Talia Eunice. Saw her up front last week, has played any position really she's been asked upon. Broke that record for the youngest player. Of course, was broken a couple of weeks later by Isha Brooking, and then of course last week by Willa Pearson. Well, this battle between Furphy and Buchanan, it's been hard to tear your eyes away from. 2 players really matching each other physically. Sony looking to dance inside, wanting to get her Wanderers career moving. Inside, plays it back. Hooks. Buchanan. Buchanan looking to drive in. Eunice. Out wide to Matos. Oh, the cross in, blocked by Sakala, so a corner for the Wanderers. They have the win more so at their advantage in this half. It's not as heavy as it was before, but still. That slight benefit could be all the difference they need.
Take 2 runners!
Harrison. Lofty delivery in. Furphy heads backwards. Eunice cleared by Bunge, but not too far away from danger. Buchanan not quite aware that Inside was behind her. And the off-balance head just sends it out for a goal kick.
Oh, let's go, let's go.
So many promising attacks here for the Wanderers. They haven't been down and out at all in this half. You can see what they're trying to create moving forward. And of course, with those 3 attacking changes they made just a couple of minutes ago, they know they've come down and come out of precarious situations like this before.
Close, Dominic! Yep, close, close!
Offside flag had been raised. It looks like we're going to have some substitutes This time for Melbourne victory. So Grace Marr coming off, Rosie Curtis coming on. That was the change that we saw in the starting lineup last week, this time happening on the pitch. So, strong return for Grace Marr in her first game back in over 5 years in the navy blue. Arguably, in the away strip, significantly less navy blue than the home strip they'll be playing next week at the home Matildas. Sony could see the run of inside, just couldn't quite work the angle for that one. Policina having to get and slide in to try and stop that ball. Progressing forward. Low winning it in the middle of the park.
Go, go, go! Up! Up! Up!
Newborn. Picked off by Harrison. Well, McMeekin was very confident that that ball was hers. And also confident coming from the sideline.
Let's use the line!
Buchanan.
Get in front of one of them! Somebody do... Somebody talk! Zoe! Can you talk to her? Please!
Pardon? No, it's not going to be clear.
Rosie, wait underneath the ball. Great touch. Zoe. Yep. Zoe, just get her in front.
Well, the very clear instruction there from Jeff Hopkins to his team, and Poppy Hook's doing the body positioning there to get underneath and stop the run of Kennedy White. They know that the 2 of the 3 goals she scored in this match have been from having the opportunity to really run in. Sometimes maybe the answer is just clear it. Don't give her that space. Don't give her that time to even have a look towards running to goal.
Second goal. Back if you want. Great ball, Rosie.
McMeekin.
Stay. Go, stay up. Around the ball. There's no one in behind you. Yeah, here she comes now. Here she comes.
Western Sydney Wanderers have started off their campaign with 2 back-to-back games at home. Last week they were the season opener against the Glory. Next week they'll be on the road for the first time this season, taking on the high-flying Brisbane Roar, who are currently sitting at the top of the ladder. Still chances and still time, and so we just putting the foot in front and crossing the body of Policina. Victory, on the other hand, have been on the road for the first 2 games, up in Brisbane, now here in Western Sydney. Janchevsky decides to let it fly. She's got the power behind the boot to make that strike. Flying fairly wide.
Yes, you're there, Bunch. Fully commit.
Oh, look at that strike from Janchevsky. Shem Karmas had her goal covered. And of course, there's always that little bit of fear when it comes to last season's goal of the year winner.
Hey! No, didn't get her.
Morrison, last-ditch defensive efforts from the captain. Did she fully get the touch on that ball there? So another debut here with Captain Amy Harrison coming off. And the Philippines international Janae DeFazio coming on. Chisari arguably rightly getting the captain's armband. So another debut. Let's have another look at that challenge between, well, they went knee to knee, Fazari and Morrison. So no touch on that ball. Courtney Newborn picked it straight up. Fazari, Australian futsal representative too.
Rach, over you go, Rach. Close that gap.
Cern through the middle. Inside.
Come on, agency, come on.
Matos trying to deliver a bit more central. Kunis back out to Fazari. Matos delivers it in. Headed away. And flashes wide.
Go ball! Go ball!
Nikita Fazari, and one of those players talking about before in terms of had a debut last week. Sat a HSC exam in the morning. Played the Ninja A League in the evening.
Yes, clever.
Low. And she directed goalward. Eunice just getting in and causing nuisance.
Better lines! In and around!
Holly! Oh, just drop in now!
Opportunities just being cut off by the Wanderers' defence from Victory's progression forward. But it looks like both Rachel Lowe and Amy Chisari staying on the deck for the prolonged period of time after that little collision. It seems to be more so a cramp for Chisari.
She said no.
Thank you.
Just a tangle of feet there as well as they go down. Lowe slow to get to her feet as well. Well, conversation there being led by referee Abby Hendry, just saying that she's fine. You'd have to think at this portion of the game with less than 15 minutes remaining of regulation time that there's opportunity that I can see with Hopkins and Furphy and having a breath, having a drink.
And then she said yes.
It'll be very vital in resetting before they go on to finish this game. Of course, there's been plenty of goals scored in this match. Hat-trick from Kennedy White, of course, for Victory in 11 minutes of play. An assist to the goalkeeper too. In the second run time round, a similar run, this time the ball delivered across the ground from Rachel Lowe. And finally, this time, McMeekin, right after that halftime break, a whipped-in delivery, some venom on it, and enough for White to send it bound. So the quasi-break seemingly over. Janchevsky to get us. And the ball back moving. Fazari.
You can be in there. You've got to be in there.
Puts it wide. Sony.
That's a first. Well done.
Dealt with by Furphy.
Left out.
Kennedy White just showing enough to go over the top. Keep that ball. Shamkarmas being called to come out outside of her box.
Take your time over there. Let's get organised. How did that happen? How did the break happen? Organised. Zoe, who's picking up here?
Ahead of the vocal coach, Jeff Hopkins. Eunice plays it back to Cern. Along the ground to Stoney, the little click, back flick on to Buchanan. That's enough to keep the ball moving past McMeekin. DeFazio there in support in the centre, blocked by Bunch. Comes off a little worse for wear. DeFazio through the legs of McMeekin, gets the ball back, puts it, tries to put it backwards for Chisari, but Lowe was there. Lowe was ready.
2 6s in there. Move across. Slide back 4.
Cern. Time the ball off the feet of Kazari, a little heavy. And the foul comes and gets called against Policina. Looking at Zari. Fouled in the process, the first player to come fully through the ranks and the pathway program of the Girls Academy to the first team for the Western Sydney Wanderers. The wind picking up again here at Wanderers Football Park. Eunice flashes past Morrison, the player who connects with first. Stoney goes for the shot. Deflection claimed. Corner kick won. Eunice, her third option for dead ball situations. Drives this one in. Again, McMeekin in front. Wanderers really digging deep. Want to keep that play moving, want to keep their options open. Come back from tight situations against victory for a draw in the past. Is that in their fortune this evening?
Make it back, make it back.
And victory content to play around this ball in a bit of a game of cat and mouse and just play the keepings off. Keep the prey at bay, maybe look to punish where they can.
I was talking to you. Didn't you see it? I asked you. Hurry up.
I'll talk to you.
Furphy cutting through. Kennedy White with no space to turn behind. The foul called. So a yellow card for Jeff Hopkins. Very strict instructions from Abby Hendry. We're not doing this today. So in his 200th game, goes into the book.
Let's get this organised now. Get it right here. No chances. Rosie.
Back to the field of play. Hook's just getting her feet under. Kennedy White, so this time Yanchevsky around out Policina. have to argue from the angles, probably not the easiest to tell, but could this be a similar position where she got that goal of the season last season rather. Policina has the arm up, however. She goes for the drive in and headed in, but off. And McMeekin! Zoe McMeekin gets her first goal for Melbourne victory. Just her second in her Ninja A-League career. And the victory go up 4-1. Thought we were going to see 4 goals for Kennedy White, but beautiful delivery in, really confusing the space for Sham Karmas. McMeekin rising well. Lana Cern, crosses over the line, but you'd have to think that it's all the work of Zoe McMeekin directing it to the back of the net.
I'll put it up in 1 second.
So some changes, plenty more changes happening here.
Hey. Nice and compact now. For 5.
So it looks to be as well for Tanika Matos off, Alvina Koshova coming on, and Sofia Sakalis off, Sienna Tekchera on. 2 Box Hill teammates swapping out for each other. A cleared bench for the Wanderers. At least 5 minutes of regular time still to play. And just the second change in this match. So a hat-trick to Kennedy White. Looked very likely that she was going to score her 4th goal. There have been plenty of players who've scored hat-tricks for Melbourne victory. There's never been a player who scored 4 goals in a game before. Put her straight into the history books, the record books for the victory. If she's able to get that feed off. First player since Emily Gilnick last season. That hat-trick, that very quick hat-trick as well.
Good, go.
Against Western United.
Well done, Rose. Good, Rosie. Well done.
Curtis coming in, playing up against Insard. So able to push the ball away, but Wanderers still look to push forward. Buchanan. Fazari looks up, drives it in. And Newbon will try and use up some time when she can, eat into the clock a little bit into this game.
Wait for it then.
Janae, go! Janae, go! Go!
Seconds!
DeFazio. Now Sony. And Sony had 4 goals in 4 games in the WK League. Of course, playing for Melbourne City's opponents in that semi-final in the Asian Women's Champions League last year. Incheon Hyundai Steel Red Angels. Jeff Abrams really spoke highly of her in the press conference this week about how she's an exciting player, an experienced player, someone who's been around the senior team for Korea Republic. Maybe someone they really need in that final third to score and direct goals.
Just right there. Good. Come on. Middle block.
The Wanderers looking to play, move it forward, through the middle they go.
Sienna, narrower. Just don't let play inside. First. That's great.
Too much on that one from Hawks.
To no one. We've got to move the ball.
With not long left in this game, it'll be interesting to see how both teams set up in terms of Wanderers still pressing, still pushing. Will Victory go for a fifth? We've seen a 5-3 and a 5-0 scoreline in this game in favour of Victory. The 5-0 back in 2022. Not a fixture that is afraid of goals by any means, only the 1-0-0. And the 22 fixtures so far. Talia Yunus going into the book. Her first yellow card of the season. Hasn't been many throughout this game.
Rosie, can you draw her in? Can you draw her in? In here.
Just the one for Jeff Hopkins and one for Talia Yunus.
Well done. Bunch like it. Right, organised now. Yep. Look at the danger. Where's the danger? Where can it come
Kashoba on the ball and playing defence.
Kenna's your one. Look! First, get out!
McMeekin driving it in.
Why are we doing that? Why are we getting the ball in there? Nobody's fucking in there.
I'd argue that Hopkins isn't too pleased with that style of attack from Victory, wanting to play the ball a little bit more, play to the teammate. Sony bounces it off the foot of Bunge. Kashoba, almost certain, feeling like that was a handful for her, but play continues on.
Can we get Talia on the ball? Can we get Talia on the ball?
Come on, over we go!
Talia, no!
Cern pushing it long, headed back down by Bunge. Lots of chat for Sunny.
Get him out! Get him out!
Well, there'll be 4 minutes of time added on in this match, and we've seen a couple of stoppage time goals in this fixture before. Tekchera burning Buchanan. Haven't seen that in this game too often.
Organise in front.
And White. Well, Victory looking to make it difficult for the Wanderers. We'll see. Another substitution, and this one a very important one for Melbourne Victory. Poppy O'Keefe coming on for Rachel Lowe. And of course, O'Keefe, the first player through from their academy to get a first-team contract, started at the club at just the age of 10. And a Wodonga Pre-Academy Centre, was a train-on player from the age of 14. Was an unused sub round 13 last season, but now comes on for a Ninja A-League debut.
Huh?
So Victory, not quite clearing the bench, but hasn't been expected of them.
Substitution from Melbourne Victory, number 23, Rachel Lowe, coming off
The past couple of seasons.
Poppy O'Keefe.
Poppy, pick up!
Eunice. And Chelsea doing well to get her body underneath it. Tekchera. Happy to dance along the lines. Win the throw-in at the very least against Fazari.
Joey McMeekin, good, good.
Morrison driving it long. Tekchera on the spin and the bounce.
Close, close, close. Good, Kenna. First, over towards the ball, over towards the ball. Wait.
Final minutes remaining. Mariana Policina is not done running out this game. Might not have many of the classic attacking stats and attributes, but she's been running like a workhorse, really getting involved and digging deep. A lot of physical play from her throughout this evening so far.
Let's go, let's go. Start to see, show which way you want it. Show.
So we potentially enter the
into here, this side.
final minute and beyond.
Just throw it in that little
Hopkins.
pocket on the left shoulder. Yep, left shoulder.
Well, plenty of smile about it. He said, you know, not one for the accolades. There is something special about these moments. He did say in the lead up to this game, he knows there's quality we've got in the side. Once the ball's rolling to build up some momentum, can be very, very hard to stop. They got the goal scoring right so far this afternoon.
Compact, compact. Sit off a little bit. Sit off a little bit. Poppy.
Well, Abby Hendry draws a conclusion here at Wanderers Football Park. And while it was the Wanderers that got up initially, it was a come-from-behind victory for the team in navy blue. Their first come-from-behind win since the 20th of January 2024 against Canberra. A big victory there for them. And of course, hard to look past the phenomenal work of Kennedy White, a revelation in signing, hat-trick to her name in just her second game. Of course, Danica Matos started the scoring, and Zoe McMeekin getting her first goal for Melbourne victory as well to finish out the game. There was patches of dominance from both, and a very, very special victory for Melbourne's coach, Jeff Hopkins, in his 200th match in charge in the Ninja A-League. And that's how it all ends here at Wanderers Football Park. It is Western Sydney Wanderers 1, Melbourne Victory 4. Let's have a look at the highlights across the 90 minutes. Of course, I have to get started with this beautiful, well-worked, arguably team goal from the Wanderers. Plenty of experienced stalwarts getting involved, and of course, Danica Matos. I have to say, retribution for the previous outing. Puts her name onto the score sheet just for the second time in her 92-game Ninja A-League career. Beautiful delivery in from Buchanan. And it stayed that way. That goal was scored in the 13th minute. Stayed that way for the next almost 30 before this ball from Courtney Newborn set Kennedy White alight. She was able to cut inside, put it on her left and slot it home to get her second goal in 2 weeks. Just the presence of mind to put her body and stop her where she needed to, beat the defender and the keeper. But of course, she was not done there at all. She drew them level, but then she also put them in front. This time, the delivery from Rachel Lowe. Similar finish. And a similar run from Kennedy White. More than happy to see herself go on there twice. And of course, that was at the back end of the first half. We started off the second half with this delivery from Bunge McMeekin. Well, she gets the assist here. Wonderful delivery in. Only eyes for goals, Kennedy White. Just pummels it into the back of the net. The defender's caught flat-footed in that moment. And of course, the final goal, Kennedy White looked on track for the 4th goal, but of course, McMeekin, well, she got the assist in that 3rd goal for Kennedy White. This time, she gets one of her own, just her second too in her Ninja A-League career. The homecoming to Melbourne for her, and now the goal to finish it all off in just her second game with Melbourne victory. And let's have a look at the stats. Well, it was pretty consistent across the entire game. Victory had the upper hand in the possession. They had the upper hand in the